Idahoans, I gotta say, we don't ask for much, right? We just want good roads, a reliable truck, and maybe 8 characters to tell the world who we are. But that's where things get a little complicated. If you have driven behind a car and thought, how in the world did that thing get approved? Well, first, text us and tell us what you saw because I am extremely curious. But second, they must have gotten lucky because a lot of the requested plates don't actually make it onto the car. Between January 1st and December 31st, Idaho rejected hundreds of personalized plates, 852 to be exact. So let's take a look at them. 38 pages worth of denials from the state. Some requests were heartfelt and creative. Others were quite frank and a bit bold, like 000-420, submitted for a kid's birthday, and 420-20, an anniversary. How sentimental. Both rejected for allegedly celebrating something the state prefers not to be celebrated. We know Idaho loves its potatoes, but maybe not that much. Baked, as in baked potato, was rejected. So was SLAPAH0, which means Steve loves potatoes. Then there's the bodily functions, which is extensive. Ol' fart, one farted, I be fartin', got to poop, need to pee. Idaho's message was clear. You may do these things, just don't advertise them. Someone tried to explain pee-pee. That's what a granddaughter calls her grandpa. Even if it's your family, it's not gonna slide. Just like 7FNKIDZ, which means 7 fun kids because they have quite the packed van. Or 0FXSGVN for Xander, Sarah, and Gavin. There's BDASM0M for band, dance, archery, swim mom. And this one, Fatty, said to be a daughter's name. I think we should chat about this. But it was rejected for being an insult, which I agree with the state on that one. Others leaned into internet culture, like 13 iterations of plates like this, which someone says is a high school mascot. And 11 iterations of plates like these. DEEZNT5, they stock nuts and bolts for work. DZZNUT, named after their dog Dez, and cat Nuts. Different spellings, but same outcome. Rejected for referencing intimate body parts. Businesses tried too. Nutbiz, because they grow and manage almond orchards. Denied. IDAHOE1, an excavation company. Denied. 1DAH0E, because they make a yard tool called the Idaho. Hard pass. BUTSTFF, which goes with their business brand. Absolutely not. And then there are the plates that tried to be wholesome, but just couldn't quite make it through, like 00Bs, a Boise State plate, because go Broncos, and a tribute to a mom who is allergic to bees. Well, that's rejected for intimate body parts. Some plates weren't so subtle, like this one. No. This one? Absolutely not. And this one. HALFA55, a cancer survivor story, which, if true, I feel like that should be one of the only ones that gets a pass. All of those were denied because Idaho doesn't do nuance on license plates. Even the ag community wasn't safe. Ranch names like FKF, Farm TRD, a nickname for the farm truck, and MUVBTCH for moving cows, all not making it to market. But out of all of them, this is my personal favorite. Y0UDTF. You down to fish? Oh, they make me laugh, you guys. Okay, we're getting some comments in and we just need to talk about it. So we have Kelly in Nampa who says, mine is CL1GRFR. Looks like calligrapher. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, and then we also have Marilyn from Caldwell who says, bet you can't guess mine. SOQTRIN. If you were a quilter, you would know it says so quarter inch. Now I know. I think that one's pretty cool. All right, and there is, oh, I don't know if I can read that one on air. We also have one that came in, a truck driving around Boise with a license plate ISHART. Don't know how that one got approved. Other ones I've seen 6-7, free speech. I'm here, no, you're there, and she's glad. So anyways, those are some that you can take away. All right, speaking of plates, Idaho license plates have been serving up famous potatoes for decades, including this vintage plate featuring a baked potato. The Idaho Potato Museum shared this picture. The museum manager says it's the only one in their collection. The plates were made in 1948 and 1949. Not only did it show off the state crop, but it was also the first plate to be printed in color. But the museum tells us the color and design on gem state plates didn't last long. And in the 1950s, there were no longer any colors or special designs. It wasn't until 1985 an introduction of the Centennial plates. Those would be the classic red, white, and blue plates that you see today, featuring mountains and trees. The Centennial plates eventually added famous potatoes at the bottom. And I say we bring back the 1948 plates because that's a good-looking potato.